Alright, good afternoon people, welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, I have a box full of peanuts and some of these fog light covers. I am a bit jumpy because I've had Dr. Pepper and that is like an energy drink for my ADHD. So, I probably won't need to speed this up because I'm probably going to talk just as fast as it being sped up. So, keep with me. So, basically, this is done by a company called Maxonreels. I'll link in below his TikTok, Instagram, and everything. Basically, I reached out to this guy last week, actually, because I saw him on TikTok, of all places, and I was skeptical because TikTok. But I watched a reel of him actually making these because they are 3D printed. Again, I'll get into that in a sec. But these are 3D printed, so I saw a reel of him like printing them, scanning them, and everything. And then fitting them on the car. And the fitment, I'm not joking, is OEM quality. And I was skeptical, so I thought, right, I'll reach out to him and everything, because trying to find some fog light covers for basically a BMW coupe E46 is hard enough as it is, especially with it being an M Sport. It's really difficult. So basically, I'll put a picture up now, but basically your fog light is there, and then it's literally just like a little clip that goes over, and then you've got an air duct next to it for the brakes, which is cool and everything. But inside here on obviously the original bumper, you'll see in a bit once I put these on, but it's that standard plastic that every company uses that goes crap and fades over time, and anything over 6-7 years, it just doesn't look good anymore. I've tried to find a set of fog light covers for so long, and it's usually when you type in E46 fog light covers, you get the traditional like M3 style ones, which are either for an M3 bumper which doesn't fit an M Sport bumper, or you get M3 style that does fit M Sport but the fitment is horrible, so you have to spend half the money again building them up and getting them to fit good. Or you get one stuff like carbon fibre ones, which I have been looking at, but you're looking £300, and for some fog light covers it's not worth it. So yeah, I saw this guy on TikTok building them, fitment quality, and I thought they look wicked. I'm going to pop him a message and see if he wanted to do a collab, and the guy said yeah. So basically this is sponsored, but I will be honest, if needs be, which again, as you can see, I've already done one, so I don't need to lie or anything. I know how good these are. So basically they are 3D printed, so I don't know if my microphone can pick it up, but it's got like you can hear like it's because it's all done in layers. So I don't know if you can see on the back or anything on the front, but if you know the 3D printing, it's all done in light layers. It literally goes like that, and it's just done in layers. So it's obviously, don't expect fiberglass or like carbon like smooth stuff. You are going to have to, if you want these perfect, you are going to have to do a little bit of sanding and stuff, but it's minimal. Again, I'll show you mine in a minute. But they are such good quality. I don't, again, if no microphone, they're solid. Absolutely solid. So I've had 3D printed stuff, even non-car parts, Xbox controllers and stuff, and it's just not good. So I was skeptical, but again, they looked amazing and fitted perfectly. But basically, so your fog light sits there. Like I said, you've got an air duct, and I love the fact it's almost like an M3 style one, actually. So you've got like a little scoop that goes through here, but it also hides from where it goes in. It actually hides all of the plastic. So if you don't want to do like a plastic restoration or anything, like I've recently done on my scuttle panel and stuff, this is perfect. I also like, and I have test fitted it, the fact it's got like this little tube on the back, which I know it's done so the air can flow through into like the brake ducts and that. It like kind of forces it through. But I have actually been looking at, if you look at older Beamers and stuff, a lot, especially 36s, they'll see you have like a pipe cold air feed pipe that goes from here all the way up. And I have actually been tempted to do that. And I've actually been looking at some Jubilee clamps and stuff, and they fit perfectly on this. So I don't know if that was part of the design. I've not actually asked the guy that, to be fair. But if not, you know, it does. If it is part of the design, well played. So again, it's done by Maxonreels. TikTok and Instagram, I'll link in the description below. But that is basically what you get. So again, it's 3D printed. It's a bit rough around the edges, but it's 3D printed. You've got to be realistic with this kind of stuff. So again, it is, but even still, it's so smooth for being 3D printed. So basically, this is the one, like a Blue Peter special, what I did earlier. So obviously, you will notice this is all black, but mine's got like a yellow hue to it, and that's because I bought some high build primer. So I literally just scuffed it up with 240 grit sandpaper just to smooth out the edges, knock down some of the, you know, like the little bits of excess plastic and stuff. Again, it took me 10 minutes, not even that, to be fair, to get it like paintable quality. It didn't take much at all. And then went over with some high build primer, and it's nothing special. It's not like it's a 3M product or anything. It's literally from my local DIY shop. It's not even branded. It just says filler primer. So I literally did that. And then I've put some 3M, well, it's Gorilla double-sided tape, because that's how they fit. So it is double-sided taped in. But he has even sent me some videos and reels of these being on like race cars and even road cars that are a bit, how can we put it, spirited driving. And, you know, it's held in absolutely fine. So you can see the difference between, if I hold it from the back, so you can see the difference between them. So yeah, it's night and day, but it's minimal DIY work. So 240 sandpaper on the actual plastic to knock it back. I did two layers of high build primer, let that cure overnight. And I didn't even like sand it back much at all. I literally just got some wet and dry sanded it. So yeah, wet sanded it with 800 grit, and literally just went off just to knock like the excess dust and stuff off. It wasn't like I had to do a massive amount at all. So there is no like funny business, anything going on behind the scenes with this. It is literally what I say is what I did. I literally even diving in between making food and stuff, you know, it's that easy. So double-sided tape around the outside, and I used, again, not even branded stuff. It's trim and plastic, basically like satin paint, but it's for trim and plastic paint. Which again feels so smooth now, like you can even hear. So if I put this to my microphone, you can hear it's that. And then with this, it's, you know, nice and smooth. Obviously my finger's sticking a little bit because I did put the last coat on about 4 hours ago. So I'm being very tentative and that with it. I'm being very careful where I put my hands. But yeah, it looks so much nicer, and I have test fitted this in, and you'll see when I cut to it in a sec of how easy they are to do. It's literally a case of take the backing off the tape, push it in, and away you go. Obviously I haven't put it on yet, so you guys can see the before of what you get. There's a weird packing peanut in there, of what you get, and within, I mean, the longest part of this is waiting for the paint to dry. It's probably 5 or 10 minutes sanding this down. Again, I'll do a quick time lapse of doing stuff on this one. But it's like 5 or 10 minutes just rubbing down the edges, getting it nice and smooth. 2 or 3 layers of high build primer. Again, depends on what you get. If you get cheap stuff like I have, it's going to take you a couple more layers. If you get some really decent stuff like 2K primer or 3M primer, something like that, like proper body shop stuff, it's not going to take much at all, and you'll even get a better result, which is why I've done this with non-branded stuff from my local DIY shop, because it goes to show if you use crap products, you still get a really, 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 really good finish. So imagine what you can do if you used 3M stuff, or, you know, if you work in a body shop, or if you actually spent a week on this and put like body filler on it and just smooth that out and basically just got it pitch perfect, it could be a show car piece. But even then, this is a show car piece, and it's had nothing really to it. Some high quick sanding, high build primer, and some black trim and trim coat stuff, and that is it. And like I said, the quality is night and day. So it's sponsored video, but I will always try and give you honest reviews if I can. And from what I've seen with this, I wouldn't link products that are not worth it, even if they are sponsored products. Even if it gives me a bad rep for companies, I will be honest with you guys, because that's what I want to do. And these are spot on. So I'm going to link down below the cost, the prices, and everything below, his Instagram, TikTok and everything, because the guy deserves a huge, huge shout out. So I'm going to cut now to a little B-roll of the after and the before. And then it'll be, like I said, another time lapse of me just doing bits and pieces on this, and then get them on the car. So back to it. Right, anybody watching, I know that's not how you paint, but it's literally just standard. It says trade quality, it's crap. Filler primer. So you can see I've got like a few little like dust bits. I'm literally doing it in my shed. You can literally see a spider there, literally that close, right? So basically you can see a couple of bits in the paint there. You can see I've not fully done it. Where are we? There. And I have even a few, I'm trying to do it because we're zoomed in, a few little like runs and stuff like that. So that's the first coat. No, you're not meant to do it like that. And if anybody watching, you do it properly. You do a light first coat, like a dust. Second coat, a bit harder. Third coat, and so on, so on, so on, so on, until it's all fully covered how you like it. But I'm doing this for anybody that does not know what they're doing. As I stated earlier, let me zoom out a little bit. As I stated earlier, I'm doing it as if people don't know what they're doing. If you use crap products, you get good results still. So this is what I'm doing, right? So imagine I've got runs and everything. Yes, I'll sand them out, but it doesn't matter how you do it. It's about the prep work and stuff like that, right? So that is the first coat. Very heavy. Like I said, you've got bits in it and stuff, and I've missed a little bit in there. And then I'll come back in a bit, let that dry, come back in a bit, do another heavy coat, so on and so on and so on. And then I'm going to take you guys obviously on the journey. So basically, if you don't know what you're doing, you can still do it right. And even if you mess up this bit, they still come out amazing. So yeah, let's cut to me doing the next car. And there we have it. So move this out of the way. So there you can see that looks really damn good, and the fitment is perfect. If I just get a bit closer, there you can see it's spot on all the way around, there. It fits the curve so well. Even in here, look, it's so hard to get that bit right, and he's got it perfect. So if I cut from that side to that side, and you can even see that from factory there's a little bit of a gap here and whatever, but you can see that what I mean is like a horrible clip up here, and it's the plastic is all horrible. You get all your salt and shit from up there from the road, and it just doesn't look that good. It looks a half finished. But then if you go to this side, it just finishes the bumper off. So if I pull that back, it just makes it look so much better. So basically all I did is, I do need to top up, but it's literally just washing up liquid in a bottle. Went round the edges just to clean them up, because fairy liquid takes off all of the waxes and sealants and stuff. Oh, I'm falling over. Takes off all the waxes and sealants and stuff, and you can see, look how nasty this is. It's been painted a couple of times and the paint's coming off, chipping, and it's just not nice. It looks very half-arsed. So some 3M, and it is actual 3M, whereas you can see there, look, VHB tape. I'll link it all below anyway. But VHB tape, and yeah, cannot argue with the results, really, can you? Looks absolutely incredible. So turn this around. So Maxonreels, you're absolute legend. Thank you so much. I'll link it all below. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.